I am not your Negro, and absolutely not acceptable.
No. You know what? I don't want people yelling out. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
You want to do this now? You want to do this here? Why are you bringing up Prager University? What does that have to do with anything here? The fact that you came in here today and you gave this statement, whatever this was, and the only way to do that is for you to resign. You know it, but your ego won't let you. To show everybody where you are today, and you haven't been here since Monday.
Grace and peace, everybody. We're about to look at another mayor misbehaving. And I want to remind you, I said before, whenever a Democrat mayor gets in trouble, they immediately, I don't know about immediately, this one might not be immediately, but they run to the church. I have no idea why. I don't know why. Church, y'all need to do something about this, because this should not be such a almost guaranteed. You almost know it's going to happen. You just like, I don't know where, but eventually it's going to happen. Let's bring this in. Let's talk about it. Let's go.
Be a man, take responsibility, and resign. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yes.
This is democracy.
It's ridiculous. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about you. What about it? What about it? That has nothing to do with this. Again, you try to deflect. You try to obfuscate. You need to take responsibility, and you need to resign. You want to do this now? You want to do this here? Why are you bringing up Prager University? What does that have to do with anything here? Oh my God, this is ridiculous. The fact that you came in here today and you gave this statement, whatever this was, and that asinine 15-minute video is ridiculous. You need to take responsibility, be a leader, be a man, and carry forward. And the only way to do that is for you to resign. You know it, but your ego won't let you. That's the sad part. A real leader stands up, and a real leader knows when he's wrong and steps down. But you won't do that. Everybody here, the residents here, have called for your resignation. And even council here, short of doing so, has done so. And you refuse.
Mr. Mayor,
And then you go and you usurp the city's YouTube page to show everybody where you are today, and you haven't been here since Monday. You ought to be ashamed.
How do you feel about today's meeting?
Tonight, the Cleveland Heights City Council sent a message, passing a no-confidence resolution against Mayor Kahlil Seren.
This after multiple calls from city leaders and residents for the mayor to step down after allegations he mishandled city budgets, created a hostile work environment in City Hall, and allowed his wife excessive access to city spaces.
Before the council president took the vote, he observed that you could cut the tension with a knife in that room. Now, here's how it went down. By a vote of 6-1, the Cleveland Heights City Council approved a loss of confidence in Mayor Kahlil Seren. Now, this after an hours-long council meeting with public comment where residents stepped to the podium and asked him to resign, citing a number of issues. It is important to note that City Council does not have the authority to remove the mayor from office, but can file this resolution. Several council members spoke for and against this resolution.
So again, I'm voting no on this tonight. I believe this is really political driven. There are some things and some extreme frustrations that people have in this community, but I think this council isn't at a point where it can weigh and lead on this, especially in my feelings with so much that we have done wrong in terms of how we've approached our leadership.
Kahlil Seren is now in the news daily with stories of deceit, dysfunction, all this brought upon himself. He doesn't take responsibility for this, and I come to believe he thinks he's done nothing wrong. Operationally, the city lacks the capacity to get things done.
And I want to let them know that I'm still here working with you. I know that a lot of this is distracting, but we are getting the job done. And I am proud of each and every one of you who is weathering this and continuing to move the mission of this organization forward. I received a text from you, Mr. President, asking if I was okay. I suppose you could have provided some additional information about some concern about my ability to fulfill the duties of my position. But what you asked was, are you okay? And for a variety of reasons.
I don't know if it's interesting to anybody else, but we have a mayor of a U.S. city in council doing the work of a mayor with a lapel pin of a foreign country on his jacket. Does that not bother anybody else, or am I just being obtuse? Like that just seems really weird. And I just, man, that is kind of telling, but I don't know if they got any better, but let's go.
That I'm sure people can understand. Didn't feel like I, should answer a question that seemed disingenuous as that. And so I did not answer you as to whether or not I was okay, but I just want to say, this council by no means is my overseer, and I am not your Negro, and knowing
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
knowing where I am.
Thank you. Okay, I appreciate that. Unfortunately, the time's up.
Absolutely not.
No. You know what? I don't want people yelling out. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Tonight, following.
I don't know if y'all can hear, but there were gasps when he said that. Like, what? I have searched high and I've searched low to better understand the reason and what was the genesis of him using that phrase, I'm not your Negro. So I don't know exactly why he said that, but my goodness, in the morning, is he not? That is out of pocket, and it's actually going to get worse. So stay tuned. Let's go.
Weeks of controversy, Cleveland Heights Mayor Kahlil Seren is moving forward with his reelection campaign. Now, this comes just weeks after City Council passed a no confidence resolution against him.
Right now, the mayor says he is facing an ambitious task before he can even be considered in the running for the mayoral spot. He says he needs to collect 342 signatures from supporters by Wednesday. A number he says is in the hands of voters.
342 in Cleveland. I want you to think about that. 342. That doesn't seem like a lot. I mean, I would think that would be pretty easy, right? Watch. Stay tuned.
Friday afternoon, as he looks to qualify for the September primary, Mayor Kahlil Seren stomping in Cleveland Heights, looking for voter support.
You never go into this with some, high level of confidence because you know that ultimately you don't get to make the decision.
The mayor collecting signatures on Lee Road after several weeks of playing defense over anti-Semitic comments allegedly made by his wife.
An allegation is not a conviction. An allegation needs to be investigated, needs to be proven.
Mildred Burns, who lives in Cleveland, says she's kept a close eye on the mayor's moves.
Did they have to get that woman in the barbershop? By the way, her cut looks fantastic. Did they have to get her in the barbershop, though? You could have waited for her to leave. I know you wanted to ask her a question, but my goodness, in the morning, you did not do that woman any bit of a favor. You could have allowed that woman to get done, get her cut, get cleaned up, get the Spice Ball 3000, and then talk to her. Why are you talking to her? Why she still got the cape on? Man, come on, man. That's, a flag on the play, man. I got to give you a flag on the play for that, man. That is completely out of pocket. That's totally out of pocket.
Flag on each and every one of y'all.
I mean, that's just out of control, my guy. Out of control. They said, look, we getting the people everywhere. We getting them anywhere.
Allow the person to share his ideas, what his thoughts are, and just because what goes on in your home doesn't necessarily represent the community in the world.
The mayor getting signatures alongside City Council member Anthony Maddox. Maddox appearing to be the mayor's only ally amongst the council after several others called for the mayor's resignation earlier this week.
And frankly, nobody's in politics or government to make friends. And when you start treating it like a social club, that's when you stop doing the work.
The mayor says his work is far from over.
I believe that Cleveland Heights has promise, Cleveland Heights has potential, and we've made progress that I want to see continue.
Embattled Mayor Kahlil Seren has failed to qualify for the September primary ballot and tonight took his case to.
All right, so here it comes. He's failed at remember, 342 signatures. Remember that? And notice where he immediately runs to. Let me back up a little bit, give you a running start. Because it's just, it's crazy. Like, why do we know? You already know where he is. You already know. Put it down in the comments. Put it down in the comments if you know where he is. I kind of gave it away earlier, but you know where he is, right? All right. You know what? Kahlil, you're going to get this.
I have nothing.
You get nothing, my guy. Let's go.
Promise. Cleveland Heights has potential, and we've made progress that I want to see continue.
Embattled Mayor Kahlil Seren has failed to qualify for the September primary ballot and tonight took his case to voters.
The official word came down late this afternoon from the Cuyahoga County Board of Elections. Cleveland Heights Mayor Kahlil Seren failed to collect enough valid signatures to appear on the September primary ballot. According to Seren, falling 39 signatures short.
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed by that fact.
In an hours-long town hall at St. Paul's Episcopal Church, Seren addressed allegations made against him during his tumultuous term, marked by accusations of a toxic workplace created by his wife Natalie McDaniel and alleged anti-Semitic comments by McDaniel, which Seren has denied. Seren blamed the accusations on racism and has previously called it a political lynching.
The people of Cleveland Heights heard that accusation and decided it must be true.
It's disgusting.
Why?
It's disgusting because it actually, denigrates the memory of actual people who are actually lynched.
Outside of the church, James Bates joined organizers of a recall effort to oust the mayor, gathering signatures to put the recall on the September ballot, highlighting a divided city.
There's an election coming, and you don't have to vote for him if you'd like.
In an email to his staff obtained by 3 News Investigates, the mayor accepting his fate, writing, "I will not be on the ballot in the mayoral election this year, which means that you will all have a new mayor in 2026. But a defiant Seren, determined to stay in office until then.
When the damn building burns down, you don't just give up.
Frankly, I am disgusted. Let me say that again. I am disgusted that the mayor continues to play the race card, and although he isn't here tonight because he's having a meeting at St. Paul Church, I am pretty sure he's playing the race card again there. Some of my earliest childhood memories revolve around race from having spent a summer in 1961 in rural South Carolina drinking out of colored water fountains before the passage of the Civil Rights Act in 1964. Imagine the impression that leaves on a young child experiencing raw racial injustice for the first, but sadly not the last time. Therefore, I do not need to be educated about systematic racism or the vestiges of slavery because I have lived that experience firsthand.
All right. So I just thought that was interesting. I might have said it incorrectly. I shouldn't have said Cleveland. It's Cleveland Heights, which is a suburb of Cleveland. So that 342 does kind of make a little bit more sense. So I do apologize about that. But nonetheless, I think this whole story is super interesting. And I'm just noticing a trend, and it's not just one particular people group. It's not just one particular gender. It's a trend with leaders that are really poor leaders and poor managers and have poor people skills, all that kind of stuff like that. It just seems to keep bubbling up to the top in this mayoral malaise and the mayoral swamp. And it's wild to see, and I would love to know more about it. So down in the comments, let me know if you know of any other mayors that are just been misbehaving, and not ones that we've already talked about. I'd love to talk about new ones and different ones, right? But yeah, let me know down in the comments below if you run across another mayor. I'd love to talk about them or highlight them or whatever of that nature. But I do want to say that I appreciate you so much for watching the video. Thank you so much for liking and hitting that like button. It does help spread the message of what we're doing over here. And also I appreciate you for subscribing because we're getting closer and closer to our goal of hitting 50,000 subscribers. And I'm looking forward to celebrating with y'all real soon. So thank you so much. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.